What the fuck kind of parking is this?
You guys ever want your car to warm up faster? Just... and that'll do the trick. Well, we're now about to go to Sacramento. Pick up a transmission for this motherfucker. I'm just waiting on this motherfucker to hurry the fuck up.
Hey.
Y'all see it. 104 miles for a goddamn transmission. That's probably only gonna last me 104 miles. On the way. Trip took longer than expected. Took about 3 hours to get over here, but fuck it. You gotta do what you gotta do. Got the trans, got the radiator, so I put it on a different Lexus. On the way back home. Decided to take the Crown Vic out for a drive since it might be sold pretty soon. Well, I left the door open. Guy pulled up. About to bust down. About to throw the radiator in before anything because I did take it off and put it in the second gen. So I'm gonna throw this in while my boy gets the car on some jack stands. Come on. Come on. Gotta get to work. Man, look at these. Look what I'm trying to. Alrighty then. First thing you wanna do is get this car high as fuck. Like fucking like Snoop Dogg high. Alright?
Loaded high.
Let me put y'all on, man. The wire, the hose don't come off. You twist that bad boy and pull at the same time, and it'll come right off.
Twist and pull.
Twist and pull.
Like them bitches do to your dick. Come on.
Twist and pull like that. Triple 3000. Triple. And there you go. That's one down.
Slippery dippery do. Make sure y'all have y'all bushings.
Yeah.
All right. Or else your shit's gonna be all fucked up. Pre-E.
The fuck?
Or you're making yourself look bad.
There we go. Get these hoses on. Always turn your clamps to a good angle where you're able to tighten it up. Because if you have it in a fucked up ass angle, then you're a fucking moron. See, I like to do it from here so I can get to it from the top with a long screwdriver like my buddy has right here. Remember last time we did the swap, we made a mess, so I put a tarp under here. Try to be a little bit more clean. Hell yeah. Free stats. So basically what we do is you want to spray down all the exhaust hangers using a multi-purpose lubricant. You want to get all of them pretty good, even the nips. The nips, ring, see these little nips? You want to get the nips, top and bottom, just in case. Better to slide it from the bottom. But there's one down here, and then I think one in the middle too. So we gotta get those too. Come all the way to the back and get this little hanger here. Exhaust hanging a bit. So we can go ahead and get the ones we sprayed down on. Trying to get a good view. There's one. Next thing you want to do is the O2 sensors. It's always good to give the sensor a little spray. Break off easier. After you got the O2 sensors, just kind of hang them. And then you want to get these two 14mm bolts. I would recommend spraying the fuck out of it. So it comes off with the... Come on, boy. Hell yeah. Everything's better with an impact. After you got these out, it should just drop. Basically, we left that last hanger on so it would kind of hang up, but should drop. And then you're gonna need to get this off so you're able to get to all the bell housing bolts. So get back to that. Yeah, they are fucking brand new. You got your trusty dusty exhaust system from Lexus. You could just lay that down in the
lay right down on the
in the
Modelo.
garage on the Modelo box. Before we do the cats, we're gonna go ahead and take the drive shaft off real quick. You're gonna need two 17s, one on the outer end, one on the inner end, because it's gonna spin. As you can see what my boy's doing. 6 bolts there, and if you come up to the trans, 6 bolts here. It's the same thing, 17s. You're gonna have to have someone keep it in the car in neutral so you can keep spinning it to get to all of them. And yeah. Me, I have no battery in the car, so what I'm gonna do is pop this little cover off and then just push it down and put it in neutral. I'll show you how to do that right now. Basically just pop that out, put it to the side. See this little tab in here? Just push that down and go ahead and slide it in neutral. Go ahead, buddy. Yeah! It basically means,
You know what I mean?
right here on the differential, you see this little thing? You only need to disconnect the bolts that are actually attached to the differential, not the ones that are just on the coupler.
You can
kind of just pry it open and...
pry it open. But first you gotta take off.
But before you do that, you want to drop this so this will sag down.
Yep.
And this will just slide out, and I'm going to show you that right now. As you see, I slid it off, but I'm just gonna kind of hang it in there. Well, this is hanged off so I could able to get to the other bolt so he doesn't have to hold it up. I'm basically just doing the same thing for the transmission side. I'm only gonna do the ones that are on the transmission. I'm only gonna take the whole coupler off with it. So basically, well, you get off. I got the 3 out. Oh shit. I'm gonna see if I could just slide it out from here. And then slide it out from there, and then it's pretty simple. I didn't have to take all 12 bolts out. In total, I only took out 6. So it was a lot easier to do it that way, because last time we did it, we took out 12. This shit damn near as tall as me. This is where we're at so far. Drive shaft bolts. Exhaust bolts. Torque converter bolts next.
Yeah.
Alright guys, so right now, see, let me get a better view. This is the bell housing. There's a little cover right here. I already have mine off. It will be like 2 12mm bolts right here, I think. Take that little plastic cover off, and then you'll be able to get to the torque converter bolts that are right there on the flat or the flex plate, 'cause it's an automatic. But there's gonna be 6 of these. They're 14mm. You're gonna have to have, I'm having them spin the crank with a 22mm and a big ass breaker bar. And yeah, you just gotta keep spinning and get them all out with a 14mm. All right, after you got all bolts, just make sure that they're all out. As you see, the flywheel's now not even spinning with the torque converter. So obviously there's nothing holding it together. I got all the bolts over here and this little heat shield thing. And then after that, yeah, you want to take off these cats. So let's take these off. So now you see I got the cat off. So it's just the exhaust manifold there, and you see you got way more room to get to the top bell housing bolts or the side bell housing bolts, because the top ones you have to reach from the back, from over here. And then yeah, gotta get the other cat off now. Now we have both of the cats out and have room for all of the bolts that are up here. So this transmission line, the one that's further in the back, is going to be a 17. I'm using a flare wrench to get it. You're going to have to just twist it a good amount of times for it to come off. So what you want to do right now, because I'm getting to this, you're going to have to keep turning it and shit. What I keep doing is I keep flipping it from one side to the other side, as you can see. And that's how you do it. Alright, well, I got this tranny lines out, and this tranny line is supposed to be the same as this one, but I changed mine into a hose. So I'm just gonna get this one out. It's probably not gonna look like this for you. It's gonna look like another one of these, but you're gonna need to take both of these out.
Pocket full of cabbage, somewhere along the line, and turned into a savage. Hating on my trap and my eyes on the bag. Gotta move swift, trying to dodge the alphabets. My bitch say she love me, I think she in it for the money. Left me with the rain and came back when it was sunny.
So I'm just coming to move the Vic real quick. Look at my little bro putting it. It's got a remote and shit. Tranny lines are out. We're gonna kind of just start working our way around some of the bell housing bolts. We're gonna just try to get all of them broken, and then yeah, let's get them broken at least, because we put thread locker on them like a lot. I feel like this should be pretty self-explanatory, but obviously you want to drain your transmission pan before you're gonna pull it out from the motor. I'm still gonna drain mine, even though most of my fluid leaked out. I'm still gonna drain it just to be safe, but you guys guaranteed are gonna want to drain your pan. So basically what we're doing is we got a jack on the transmission mount, and I'm gonna take the transmission mount, well, I'm gonna take these bolts off so we're able to get to the bell housing bolts, and we can unplug all the wiring harness too, so the trans will be damn near ready to come out. Since I got the transmission mount bolts off, before I lower it, I'm gonna take the shift linkage off too. It's a 12mm bolt right here, so you just take it off, slides right off. All right, so this is on the driver's side of the car. So there's gonna be one wire right here, right next to the dipstick. It's gonna be another one right back here, and then another one right there. They all come out pretty fucking easy. So, and then if you come to the other side, you see there's another big wire right here. So you're gonna have to get that one too. After you get that wire out, you just want to kind of just pull it off from the driver's side and get the whole harness out the way. And if got the shift linkage disconnected, there's a 12mm back there, hoses disconnected, torque converter bolts disconnected. At this point, all you need to do now is just take out all the bell housing bolts, and the transmission is out. So bell housing bolts are all right here. So basically, for the top transmission bolts, the bell housing bolts, you have to have someone all the way like back here, and you're gonna have to run a bunch of extensions up there. It's 17s up there. You're gonna have to run a bunch of extensions, and then what we do is we just kind of raise the jack up as high as we could get it, and then break it like that, and then you could lower it, the trans mount, and get the bolts out. So there's 2 of them up there, and then once you get those 2, you got all these are easy access. Then there's just 2 more on the side. It's right, it's like right behind the dipstick. You can't see it, but the top sides and the top ones are 17s, and there's only these 1, 2, 3, and then 4 14s. So once you get all the bell housing bolts out, get a screwdriver or a pry bar and just kind of pry this open. I got it on 2 jack ends, one on the mount, one on the front of the pan. All right, so hopefully that video before saved so you guys can understand what the fuck just happened. But anyways, both well, this one isn't all the way dropped, but the jacks are down there all the way dropped. Now they're all the way dropped. The trans is out. We now have to get the trans off of the jacks and then slide the trans out, and we will put the trans in when we have some daylight. But that is how you remove a trans. Now we're just raising the car up so we could slide the transmission fully all the way out. There we go. More trans is out. I did buy a brand new trans mount, so that's gonna go on the other trans. Well, yeah. We are just about done, Willis. Not really, we're halfway done.
Just give him a close up.
Oh, the exhaust, drive shaft, both transmissions, all the bolts, the cats, and we are closing up shop. Update on the Lexus. He put a tire on it. See all the marks from him driving on the rim. That shit is bent though. Camera don't do too much justice, but that motherfucker is bent. Well, I was right. The seal is literally just gone. It's not even in there. Oh, it's right there. It's on the torque converter.
Yeah.
Oh, it did seal. So this guy's doing an oil change in a white shirt.
I don't give a fuck, nigga.
And True Religion pants.
And True Religion pants.
Because I got the money.
In his Air Forces. In these white forces.
Just kidding, I'm not broke.
Come on.
You don't know me.
Tell him in these white forces.
I'll stump a nigga out in these white forces. In the black forces.
In the chocolates with a hole in my sauce.
What do you think this was gonna do?
New trans. Gonna take the original lines out and run the lines that I have. And then he left all the wiring harness. So this is coming out. And then I have my fat friend here. He's probably not gonna do anything. Just watch. That's how it be. That's how it be. Alright, I'm gonna grab my old trans mount out real quick. Put it on this one.
Yep.
I'm gonna get it with a 12.
Gotta get it, yep.
Like that.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yep, like
You don't
that.
know what he's doing.
I know what I'm doing.
Took him about 10 minutes to get the bolt off of his oil pan. Alright, I got front 2 bolts of the mount on. I'm gonna do the other 2 when we have it under the car because it's easier accessible. Taking the, gonna just take these tranny lines out and run the one I already have. Using this little adapter piece to a 3/8 hose on that tranny line, and then I just run a hose all the way to the radiator. Always recycle your oil.
Always.
Don't make a mess like this retarded fuck.
I like this retarded fuck.
I was swinging with this power steering bottle right here all fucking day and it didn't fucking move. It's crazy. So we're gonna measure it.
It has to be that.
It's about almost 2 inches from where
You gotta have 2 inches to put
the
it in.
torque converter is right here.
If you ain't got 2 inches, you can't put
So
it in.
just about the tip, you know? You just gotta put the tip in. Just put your tip in there, and if it goes in, then yeah, you probably did it right.
Probably did it right.
No?
They're gonna be like, that's little ass.
I'm signing this because I had to watch all these motherfuckers go through this hard work.
Mainly just me and him, but.
Yeah.
Shut up. Come on, boy, you next. Sign the trans.
The tranny.
Oh, you guys are gay. Signing trans.
We signed up for trannies.
Signing up for trannies.
John Gotti.
John.
John.
Ignored those knocks over there, but cut the trans under here, trying to slide it onto a jack, raise it up, start the bell housing bolts and torque converter bolts.
Fat fuck.
So you want to level it.
You fag? What are you looking at
the
my ass?
trans. Don't worry about these guys.
Nigga.
Until you could get some bolts started in here.
Thanks for parking, you fat fuck.
As you see, you want to leave a little space between it too. You don't want to put it all the way on.
Throw up. I'm gagging too much on the
That's perfect right there. Perfect. Yeah, raise it.
Hey, the version
Shut your fat ass up, nigga. You're a virgin until Anna came around. You're a virgin until Anna came around.
Raise your side, bro.
Keep it like that.
It's probably ever owned, bro.
That's a 14?
Yeah, go a little higher.
Need more money than
On
my
this one?
family has ever owned.
Yeah.
You need to push it in.
Right there.
Probably see more money than
It's
my
in there.
mom has ever owned.
Yeah, probably.
Probably. But it wasn't yours. You've only seen it.
It was at my possession at one
You've only
point.
seen it.
It was at my possession at one point.
Well, these guys are arguing about money.
But money
But,
don't do shit, bro.
I'm putting in a transmission.
Bruh,
That's the
you're
difference
gonna
between me
tell
and them.
I live with two drug-dealing-ass parents.
Alright guys, so right now he's just tying up the 17s and a couple 14s. We're just trying to get it started for right now. So to reposition the jacks.
You want to leave a little gap right here. You don't want to tighten it all the way because sometimes the torque converter will start spinning with the flywheel, even though it's not bolted in, and you need it bolted in. So I'm only gonna do 17 here, 14 here, the same thing on the other side, and then I'm gonna do the torque converter bolts, and then I'm gonna come back to the transmission coil housing bolts. Thread locker is key, by the way. I'm gonna have them turn the crank with a 22. These guys are still fucking arguing, but I gotta get shit done. So I'm gonna have them turn the crank with a 22, and as you can see, the hole, I need it to align with the torque converter hole. So go ahead and spin it. All right, so I got the first one in. I had to kind of tighten the trans up to secure it a little bit more, so it was like tight at the bottom. Now I'm gonna just have them turn it again with the 22, and I'm gonna skip the next one. As you see, the torque converter spins with the flywheel. I'm gonna skip this one and go to the next one. Kind of like a star pattern type shit. Yeah, do this one next. There's 6 of these, so just do them all. Don't fuck up. All the torque converter bolts are in. You want to go over all of them and tighten them again. And now we're just doing the rest of the bell housing bolts. Alright guys, for the top 2, like I said, you're gonna have someone hit it all the way from the back. All the other bolts though are completely accessible. Why are you laughing? Because I said hit it from the back? You're fucking sick.
Alright, so once you guys get the bolt fully in there, like you can fully fill it flush in there, to make sure the bolt is in there properly and so you don't torque it, so you don't strip it, turn it to the left like slowly until you feel the studs drop in, and then go ahead and turn it to the right.
Yeah. Alright, after you got trans mount, shift linkage, transmission lines, and all the electricals, go ahead and do the drive shaft. It's really easy. So if you can't do it, it's kind of lame.
It's pretty easy, bro. You just line it up.
Just drop the let the middle of it sag.
Yep.
Get it in like that, and booyah.
You can push it in too. Like you can push the drive shaft in.
Yeah, you push it in, and it'll kind of straighten up.
That's why we still had a couple.
The bolts are by your foot.
That's why we still.
Some dude literally just hit me up and said if I wanted another 3rd gen LS400 for the Camaro. He's driving away.
Right.
Well, fuck yeah, I want another 3rd gen LS400 for my Camaro. I'll take that shit.
For a limited time only at participating locations.
This is my cheapest 3rd gen, my $520 3rd gen LS400, and it's got this. It's got a stock diff that's going in my car. Oh, that LSD life! Oh my god, it feels so smooth. Woo! I don't know why you gave it to me. Let's find out. Fuck it, bro. Fuck it. Well, we kind of paused on the transmission for like 10 minutes. As you'll see in another video, probably. Just got the 3rd gen, another 3rd gen for the Camaro. So there's 3 3rd gens like in front of my house, plus that one, so that's 5 that are over here. Drive shaft will go on this. Hook up the dipstick to it, and we're gonna just start filling it along with the radiator and hope for the best. He's tightening up the drive shaft bolts. It's just about done, really. I'm just gonna put the cats on both sides, so we could probably just start it up without the exhaust. Maybe put the exhaust on. We'll see. All right, guys. So we kind of just skipped to bolting everything back up because I figured if you've seen how to take it off, you know how to put it back together. We got everything connected. I put about 1 gallon of transmission fluid in. I went to start the car, and the gear shifter wasn't reading that it was in any gear, and it did not crank. Silly me, forgot the neutral safety switch, and it was really hard to get to with everything being bolted back up, like including the exhaust. It was hard to get to it, but we got to it and we plugged it back in. So hopefully right now we should start right up. I'm just waiting for him to tighten back up the tranny mount bolts because we lowered it a bit to get to it. But we should be gravy after this. Guys, it's a fucking moment of fucking truth. Peep Kevin Malone. All right, it reads it's in park. Battery cut off. But it was gonna crank, so tighten the terminal.
I need the 10.
Just move it so it's whatever was loose, just so we could start it. Attempt 2. Woo! She's alive!
Oh my god!
The real moment of truth. Yep, we got reverse.
Drive.
We have drive.
Third, second, low.
We got every gear. To do this about like 3 times or more. Just cycle it slowly through every gear, and you should see from when I go from drive to neutral, the idle changes and I feel it kick from gear. Same with reverse. No, it's gold. Got every gear though. Come on. Care how many trannies I gotta go through, nigga. Come on. Come on. Nigga. Free stacks. Well, we made it to Walmart. And then the neutral safety switch is broke or something. I don't know. It's plugged in though. Basically, what I am going to attempt to do, though, because I don't want to have that problem at all, is I'm going to kind of just see if I'm able to start the car from jumping the starter where the relay is, not the actual starter, because if you know where the actual starter is, that would be a bitch. So I plan on jumping the relay, and if that works, I'm going to run 2 wires that go into the relay, and then I'm going to run it like right here or something, or probably just drill a hole right here, if anything, and then put in the push to start button right here. So then I'll just turn the key to the on position and then boom, start up like that. And yeah, that'll be cool too. That's probably what I'll end up doing if this problem continues. Either way, I do want push to start, so. Alright, motherfucker, so here's where we're at on my LS400. Everything's kind of good. A check engine light did come back on for the neutral safety, but it's reading that it's in park. So maybe it's just malfunctioning or something. As long as it reads neutral in park, it'll start up every time. Yeah, start up every time. I cleared the code, but when the code was on, it still started back up. So maybe it's just not too bad. Maybe it is. Never know.
Oakland, if it wasn't for that granddaddy smoking, got what I mean for sure. I got what I mean for sheets, got what I mean for sure. Know what I mean for sheets, got what I mean for sure. Know what I mean for sheets, got what I mean for sure. Know what I mean for sheets. I don't put that on, that's my word. I don't put that on, that's my word. I don't put that on, that's my word. I don't put that on, that's my